Good morning. Today's February 3rd, 2026. This message started a couple days ago on January 28th. So let's just get right into it. So I'll just start with my notes and we'll see where it goes. Today's a 6-day. Sixes are about harmony and balance, beauty. Sixes are that midpoint where we reach the point of moving forward. Think about the Six of Swords. The Lovers. It's all about balance. So yesterday was the 2-2 portal. And I was thinking yesterday about how I haven't been able to get on here and do a message because I've been like in a gestation, I think. I ended my morning on the 28th with a message from the dark feminine goddesses. There was a message for me about feminine wisdom. And the 28th was also the day that I had a big pivot point. I had posted some stuff on Facebook that appeared very polarized, but I never meant it that way. Like, I truly meant it for the purpose of I really resonate with don't start shit, won't be shit. And I have a couple of friends who genuinely want all of the political agendas and division to stop. Interestingly enough, one of those people is a gay black man who you would think would truly embody the woke agenda, but he does not. He no longer even subscribes to Republican views. He just wants the bullshit to stop. And I'm in agreement with him about it. I just want the bullshit to stop. But I had to, I had a whole lesson that I needed to learn through this whole thing. And I had to filter out some of the shit in my Facebook algorithm because I was relapsing into what I would call emotional attachment. And I found myself like wanting to over-explain. And I'm not apologizing for any of the shit that I posted. In fact, that was the whole post on Facebook. You can go back to my Facebook and read it. I think I also posted it on my YouTube in the community section. But anyway, I ended that morning with a message. Hold on. There was 2 cards. Oh, come on. Jesus, it was... Okay, there's 2 cards. It was, the Snake Princess, and she said the Serpentine Path to Power, and it was card number 42. And then card number 5, the Butterfly Ferrets, that says, I am reborn. And the whole message ended up coming back to the search for the mysteries of the feminine and dark feminine knowledge. I haven't been able to get on here and record a video in a couple of days. I was off work for 5 of those days. And by the end of the 5th day, I Like, okay, so on the first day, I cleaned a little bit. I was able to get the kitchen floor swept and mopped. I got a tire changed on my car. I got a bunch of shit done. And then I slept. And slept and slept and slept for 5 days. So I didn't really accomplish a whole lot, except for on like the first 2 days of my vacation. So I've been seeing lots and lots of 4s. And last night, oh, okay, so on the 28th, it was 111 portal on the 28th, which was also a 3-day. Lots of 4s, and the love messages are coming back through. And I don't want to get sucked back into it. Yesterday being the 2-2 portal, I didn't want to get sucked back into it. Like, I'm seriously avoiding these love messages because I don't want to force something that shouldn't be forced. And maybe I've been avoiding it. But last night, when I opened up my Cash App account to see if I had enough money on my Cash App card to send my daughter for some gas money, the balance on my card was $13.13, and I took a picture of it and I shared it on TikTok. 13 is an occult number, right? But 1313 also added up to 44. And then there was that whole thing with the ZZ Top song and all the 4s, and I was going through like 4411, 4404, like it was 4s everywhere. 4s everywhere for the last couple of days. So like I found myself sitting on my couch with my dogs, hiding. I turned the TV on. I shut spirit down. I haven't sat at this table 5 days. Okay? So 13 is an occult number. It also relates back to the death card. Did you guys see the moonrise last night? At about 6:45, I was driving home from work and happened to catch the moonrise. The moon was huge when it was rising last night. It was giant. It was beautiful. And orange. So orange. So, on the 28th of January, the message was the keepers of forbidden knowledge during a 111 portal. Was about awakening lost magic and spiritual midwifery. Why spiritual midwifery? My great-grandmother, who died when I was 2 months old, she gifted me energetically the violet flame. This is not something that I use willy-nilly. This was something given to me directly through ancestral lineage. Like I have an actual prophecy that was spoken over me when I was just an infant, and during her funeral, the violet flame transferred from her casket and cloaked me. I've heard that story so many times. I'm 42 years old, and I've heard that story repeated over and over and over again by all of my aunts on my grandfather's side, his sisters, all of them. First Aunt Betty and Aunt Sandy, Aunt Peg, they all told me this story. Many of those women have now passed away. So the only one to carry this story, the legacy, is my Aunt Sandy, and she's not much longer for this world. Aunt Sandy's got a lot of health problems. She can't even travel anymore, and the last time I saw her, her and Uncle Skip came to Virginia Beach, and she made sure to reiterate that to me. I think that was in 2015, I think, was the last time I saw her. And it was her mother. also 13. 13 ties to the lunar and feminine cycles. There are 13 moons in a year. It's about goddess worship. There's also 13 witches that form a coven. The mystery schools, when they talk about 13, the dark moon is honored because that's the void where creation begins. 13 relating to the death card, this is about metamorphosis, shedding skin. Tool, 46 and 2. My shadow, shedding skin. We're coming out of the year of the snake and moving into the year of the horse. It's a fire horse. The snake was all about shedding skin, and the year of the horse is about our transformation and freedom. It's phoenix energy. It's about unapologetically speaking our truth while keeping balance and harmony. 13 reduces to 4. It's stability and structure, but in its raw form. 13 defies order. Out of chaos comes order. It's the upheaval that builds stronger foundations. There are 13 attributes of mercy in the book of Exodus. It's about balancing judgment with mercy. Think about the High Priestess card, which is also card number 2. Okay, so on the High Priestess card, you have the Pillar of Mercy and the Pillar of Severity. And it links back to the Kabbalah. And so does the 13 attributes of mercy. Okay, it's Kabbalistic. And the message on the 28th was about exploring the dark mysteries. So Kabbalah might be important for somebody here, okay? So the 13 attributes of mercy are tied to unity and love. In fact, the Hebrew word for love and one both sum to 13. Aleister Crowley revered 13 because it was because of the Kabbalah meanings. Unity and love. And within a year, there's 13 moons. It's a cycle. 13 also embodies trickster energy, and this ties back to the story of Loki. Luck through the mastery of fear. Alright, so I did pull cards for this reading, and I'm sorry if this is going to be long today, but I pulled Wu Wang 1333 on my timer. She says wild, pure heart, and at the bottom of the deck is the Lady Grianne. She says open your heart. So Wu Wang, this is about reclaiming the innocent, unconditioned core within you. Natural honesty and innate goodness is untouched by cynicism, control, or past mistakes. Her guidance says let go of over-control or rigid patterns that block your authenticity. Rediscover the pure, innocent child within. It's about knowing your essential innocence remains no matter what happened before. Getting through the trauma blocks. And remembering who you are. Her clear perception of, through this guidance of letting go of over control and rigid patterns, it brings clear perception of magical beings, especially unicorns. Pure, innocent, magical. It also allows life to flow more freely. The Lady Grianne is a solar goddess. She's the sister to the moon goddess, Ina. Her message is about fertility, knowledge, and radiant joy. It's about throwing wide open your heart to experience the deep feeling of warmth and love. Nurturing what you cherish, leading to quick manifestation and the realization of your wishes. It's about feeling fertile and embracing your emotions. Opening your heart fully is the key that unlocks and sustains the wild, pure heart. These two cards together. We have a message here about reclaiming suppressed feminine power and shining light on the collective shadows. Twos are everywhere. Yesterday was a 2-2 portal on my table. I'm looking at Lady Grianne as being a 2 card. And then these 3 came out. This is the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. But if you look closely, we've got 2, 2, and literally card number 2. I couldn't stop looking at the 2s. Couldn't stop looking at the 2s. 2s are about duality, partnership, intuition, balance, feminine receptivity. I was thinking about, because I saw this card at the bottom of the deck, wow, there's a lot of 7s out here too, and I've got card number 70 underneath the thread. We'll talk about it. I couldn't stop looking at the 2s on the table. Lady Brianna's 2, father, like there's 2s everywhere, and there's also 7s. Card number 7 is the poet, card number 57 is the ring, and now we're seeing card number 70, the thread. 2s and 7s, 2s and 7s. 2 plus 7 equals 9. 3 plus 6 equals 9. So we've got 2, 7, 9. 2, 7, 2, 7, 9. Okay, so 2s are about duality, partnerships, intuition, balance, feminine receptivity. 7s are the seeker, the oracle, the mystic. 7s are contracts completed. 7s are about forward momentum because of clear thinking. 9s are completion. The womb is card number 46, and 4 plus 6 is 10. 10s are the completion that births new realities. Birth is a portal. Birth is a portal. We, the Hathors from the Starseed Oracle. I'm not going to pull the card out, but that card is about midwifery on a cosmic scale. My great-grandmother, she was a mountain witch. That's just what she was. I mean, I don't think that she actually identified that way, but she definitely did things like old folk magic, the superstitions that keep us protected. She was the mountain midwife. She herself gave birth to 9 kids. I think only 7 survived, but... And then she also, because they were so secluded within the mountain range that they lived on, it was a place called, I think it's still called, but it was, you know, like the common name, the locals called it Barbecue Holler. She was the midwife. Birth is a portal. Midwifery on a cosmic scale. This is the ultimate receptive holding space. This is about not forcing labor, but, you know, and then I thought about the labor pains in the Bible, the tribulation, right? So anyway, cradling the threshold where the old selves die and the new ones emerge. The butterfly ferrets, you are reborn. Partnership with the Great Mother, birth and rebirth, is always a sacred portal. The biblical arc here, in the book of Genesis talks about how God was talking to Eve, and he said, because you did this, I'm going to make it painful for you to give birth. From the entry, and then in the book of in the book of Revelation, they talk about the labor pains of tribulation. From the entry of suffering through separation and curse in the beginning to redemptive transformation at the end. Birth of the new creation in the end. They symbolize the soul's journey through contraction, anguish, and emergence. Genesis 3:16, I will greatly multiply your pain in childbearing. This is the sin that disrupts harmony. Sin is imbalance. It's ignorance. It's being caught within the matrix and not being able to see your way out of it, because over and over and over and over again, generation after generation, they don't talk about it. They want you to think that I am is separate from you. It's not. And then in Revelation 12, verses 1 through 6, this is about the woman clothed by the sun who cries out as she births a male child. It's the Virgo, the constellation Virgo, with Jupiter in the center. This happens every single September, followed by the Draconid meteor shower, the red dragon. Revelation 12 is highly symbolic. Don't take it literally. Genesis introduces pains as the fracture, and Revelation redeems them. The thread, card number 70. A lot like the bridge. This is the red thread of connection that connects us to the spirit realm. Something is gestating within the collective. I have cycles and commitments here with the ring. I have creativity. And I have stability and structure. 2323. There's something that is getting ready to be birthed collectively, and I think that we're being reminded that these pains, these labor pains that we're going through, it's collective. And don't push it. Just like we were talking about not forcing the void. Well, now something is growing within the void. And we're being asked to not push it. Open our hearts and return back to the innocence. Let go of over control and rigid patterns that block our authenticity. So, alright, well, that's what I got for you guys today. It's already been 25 minutes. Yeah, I love you. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.